to go in with my favorite facial spray to refreshen the skin. Then I'm going to go in with my spoolie and start brushing the brow hairs into their natural formation. Next, take your favorite eyebrow pencil and start making soft, short strokes, connecting the first stroke with the next. I like to take my eyebrow pencil at a flat angle when I'm placing the product and stay close to the line in which my eyebrows grow. So that way it's a more natural eye look and I'm softly building the brow. I'm not just going in and creating a brow, I'm softly building on the hairs that I have already in my brow. I'm going to do the same exact thing for the bottom, and that space right there where the hair is missing, I'm going to connect that thick space in the front to the thicker space on the end. Then I'm going to take my finger just to clean it up. And here's the trick. For the front hairs, I'm going to take my spoolie and push the residue from the middle of the brow to the front of the brow. That gives you that ombre effect. I'm going to go ahead and do the exact same process to my other eyebrow. I like to start in the middle of the brow when I'm building my brow, just because that is where the brow is strongest and it allows me to create the arch that I want on the end first while going back in. Now, as you can see, I do not take my pencil and go all the way to the end of the brow. I am just slowly building the brow until I get the shape that I want. And then we'll clean it up later with concealer. Next, I'm going in with my MAC Fluid Line in color Deep Dark Brunette to add a little darkness and smoothness to the tail end of the brows. I'm going in with my angled Anastasia Beverly Hills brow brush, and I'm lightly placing the color on the tips of my brows to sharpen up the arches of the eyebrow. I'm also going to do the same exact thing to the opposite side. Then I'm going to take the excess fluid line residue and softly glide it on the top of the front brow hairs to add a little depth. Right, now grab your favorite concealer. I like this NARS concealer because it's the exact same color as my skin tone and it's creamy. I'm going to apply a generous amount to my flat concealer brush before I start my application. I slowed down this frame because I wanted you to see the slow, soft strokes that I'm making. Once I place that first stroke, I'm slowly going in with the second, connecting the first line to the next. I also do not place the concealer exactly on the pencil line that I created. I place it just a tad bit below. The concealer will glide where you need it to go as you are cleaning up that line. Spot check. I'm gonna go back, bring that concealer down, pat with my finger to blend. Again, this concealer is my absolute favorite because it is the same color as my skin. Alright, so I'm going to take another generous amount and I'm going to start in the middle of my brow and I'm going to drag that concealer towards the arch and down towards the tail end of the brow. And then I'm going to take the residue that is left on the concealer brush and then I'm going to push that product towards the front end of the brow. Just pushing it a little bit closer to the brow, but not actually placing it on the brow to risk messing up the line that I created with the pencil. Alright, here is a fast forwarded frame where you can see the slow strokes, and then I take the tip end of the concealer brush to clean up the line towards the front end of the brow, just so the way I'm not placing too much product over there, because I do, again, like a natural brow. And as I'm cleaning up the brow here, I didn't go for any additional product. There is still a lot of product on the brush, as you can see. And I take that excess residue just to clean up the tail end of this brow. Pat, pat, pat. a little refining. Lastly, you're going to go in with your favorite brow gel, and then all you're going to do is spoolie your eyebrows and lay them in the natural formation that they fall in. And this is the end of the tutorial. Thank you for joining.